The minister of the church here present, Pastor Semper, we've not related, but the reason I've come to speak, because yesterday I'd spoken, because I'm going to address you directly. My brother Lapoin Peoloya, who landed yesterday evening actually, and drove beyond Gulu to meet the father of our fallen brother, and then drove back in the morning. Having arrived early in the morning, he came back. He's here with us. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I do not know the composition of the organizing committee for the state funeral of Right Honorable Jacob Oulanyah. I spoke to his father today. Since I came yesterday, I had not spoken to him. He thanked me for having gone to see my brother in America and made this request. That please bury your brother Kideyo. I'm trying to get the English, Dr. Oloya, can you help me? Deyo. Like an honor, but it's a lot more than honor. Yes. Yes. And he said, he knew both of us loved the Royal Bola dance. I spoke about it yesterday. How because of his massive frame, if you watched his body, he danced better than me. But if you cared to look down the footwork, he was nowhere near me, so we compensated. So Jacob Oulanyah must be buried with the Royal Bola dance. So Right Honorable Prime Minister, please let the state get the Royal Bola dance from Agago, where I come from, to come and escort Jacob Oulanyah. I will dance for him. There'll be a space where he should have danced. Nobody will occupy it. Honorable Minister Ogwang was saying here that I even abused. Actually didn't abuse. I rebuked. I was very angry. I was mad at Jacob when I found him in the state, and he was singing for me a funeral song, a dirge. I was angry at him, but the anger and the rebuke took him to hospital. But it was already God's plan that all our petition was in vain. He wanted us now to petition that Jacob's soul rest in peace, which we've been doing since then, will continue to do. But the reason I stood up to speak to you, you're a man of God. You have a following. I spoke about what I'm repeating now, yesterday here. I think it was later than now. And I want you to know where I'm coming from. I am an Acholi like Jacob Oulanyah. Jacob Oulanyah was an Acholi like me. We belong to different clans. But I want you to know I came here in central Uganda when I was 16, I think, 16 or thereabout. And went to King's College, Budo. Buddha is a school in Buganda. So my formative years has been here in central Uganda. From 1974 to this day, except for 2 years when I went to school in Mbale, I have been here in central Uganda. If I could still go outing, I could still go freely out, you'd most likely find me in the company of Baganda, not actually. Because the people I grew up with, the friends I made, are from here. When I was nominated to become Deputy Chief Justice, without even thinking, when I looked at the record, my character referees were all Baganda, people I'd grown up with. And I didn't think in terms of tribe, no. It so happened that the people who could speak about me were from here. My professional referees were scattered in the country, but the character ones, it just turned out, and I didn't even think about it. Same for when I applied to become Chief Justice. Out of 3, 2 are Baganda. The Buganda I know, the Buganda I'm proud to associate myself with, are a very welcoming people. And that's why they've assimilated all sorts of people. Very accommodating. But I am speaking today, and my brother, you are here. When Jacob was still alive, when he could still read his phone, he saw the wickedness that was exhibited by people who come from here. Oulanyah, go back home. That why do you come to hospital here? Go back home. You should come and die here at home. Then in several fora, this social media, reason, you are the ones propping up Museveni, the dictator. Those are their words. Had it not been for you, meaning Oulanyah's people, because in the elections of 2021, Oulanyah's people voted for Museveni. That's a fact. You are the one propping. So they demonized my brother, your brother. They continue to demonize him even in death. I ask myself, are these true Baganda? The Baganda I know, the Baganda where I grew up? Are these true Baganda? I'll send you some of these posts. I have defended Buganda among my people, that these people are not representing Buganda. These are wicked, wayward people who are not representing Buganda. But what pains me is that a Baganda like you have not spoken up to condemn this. I've not seen it anywhere. And people are judging you by the action of evil people. I ask the question, is this politics? People who strive to push somebody into national politics, can they do this? You will go tomorrow and see the now people will come to weep for Oulanyah. You think they will forget this? Where are the national leaders like Kintu Musoke? Where are the Bidandi Salis of Buganda, who inspired us throughout Uganda? My brothers in Buganda, let me say this. The most contributory factor in bringing northern Uganda to its knees was that we allowed, or we failed to restrain, people who should not have been opinion leaders in northern Uganda to take over positions of opinion leadership. And they led us into the abyss which we are struggling to get out of. We're only now, it is our head seeing the sun rays. You see me speaking here. In the 1960s and early 70s, in the level of education per capita, Acholi district was only matched by East and West Mengo districts of Buganda. Level of education. But when we lost leadership to lumpens, to people who said this, we're now at the bottom. UBOS is giving us this. So my appeal, my appeal to the people of Buganda is, how can you allow these lumpens to be seen to be speaking for Buganda? How? The Buganda I know. How? There will be a price to pay, and it will pain me that the place I've respected, the place where I have the best friends, the place where I have the most dependable people to speak for me, I just seeing them sliding down. And you call it politics. This is not politics. One day, Buganda will produce a national leader, and you'll fail to sell that national leader. Forget this thing you're playing with today. That's not politics. But Buganda will produce a national leader. And we would want to go and speak about the true Buganda we know. I would want to stand up and say, I grew up in Buganda. I went on Fene caravans deep inside Buganda villages when I was a young person. But these people are not reflecting the true Buganda I know. And you've not spoken about it in the church. The political leaders coming from Buganda have not spoken up so that they are reported, because they are now subdued by these opinion leaders who are taking Buganda to the abyss. That's the only reason I stood up to speak. Thank you.